Hi everybody, we're here with Ryron Gracie. Had a little time for us to talk about his fight, his last fight at the Metamoris I event with Andre Galvao. So Hiro, I would like to ask you, because this is a fight that I always like to come back and watch it over and over. Tell us a little bit about your preparation to this event.
My preparation at home, right? Training in-house at my academy, training at Grown's Academy a little bit.
Something special.
A lot of teaching Jiu-Jitsu, right? I think teaching Jiu-Jitsu is huge for anybody who's like a competitor in Jiu-Jitsu. I think all the best of the best. Andre Galvao himself teaches a lot, and I think that's what helps keep him sharp. And so myself, I teach at 2 schools, and I travel, so I think that's a big part of my teaching. But plus, I have my brothers who want to kill me, and I have Grown who wants to kill me. At least before that event. Now I haven't, rolled with him for a while, but the idea that, there's all these young guys in my family that want to beat me up helps a lot. But I think the most important thing in my training was the mental, was this whole keep it playful approach that I have throughout all my training for like a month and a half before. And what that does is it made me walk into the fight not being nervous.
So you were not nervous?
No, I was nervous maybe like an hour before, a little bit. But once I walked out, once I shook his hand and stood in front of him, the nerves are not as bad, because you realize that it's the exact same thing that you do every day at the academy with your friends, right? With your brothers. So it's almost like I felt at home.
You were smiling, and a lot of people didn't understand the smile. What was the smile all about?
The smile was 2 things. One was the fact that I feel like most competitors feel like when they enter the mat, it's war. And that war was the last thing on my mind, right? It was just us having fun together, playing the game. So that's the idea, that it should be a smile. Every single competitor should smile before and after, and to each other. But it means so much to win, right? And it means so much when they lose that smiling just is so difficult. But to me, I really don't care if I lose. Actually, correct that. I would actually be bothered if I lost. But hopefully only for 5 minutes or just a little while. But sometimes people are bothered for the whole day, for a whole week, the whole next month. They train twice as hard, and then they overtrain. So just not taking competition so seriously might be something that might help competition. Who knows? Because I've never won gold medals in the worlds, right? Those guys know better than me. But in that type of event, where there was no points, a long 20-minute round, it's almost like, why resist? So I allow him to grab my collar, and I would do the same with anybody. I would allow him to grab my collar, or any other competitor ever. I would let any competitor take me to the ground. I'm not going to resist a takedown. And the wild part is he probably could have took me down even if I resisted. The same way he could have passed my guard if I resisted. But I let him pass the guard. If I resisted, he would have passed after 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But it's a lot of work for him, and even worse, it's a lot of work for me. And I don't want to work that hard.
So the fight started, he passed your guard, or?
He passed my guard, for sure. But he passed my guard. I was not on 100% resistance. But like I said though, he's good enough to pass my guard. I know that for sure. Because I roll with guys at his level and they pass my guard too. Passing the guard is a normal thing. But the thing is, why resist the guard pass, right? I felt like most fighters in the event resisted the guard pass. But I myself, I don't resist it because I keep it playful so much that my training, I'm so prepared, I'm so aware. If I was in his guard, I would be safe. If he's mounted on me, I'll be safe. If he's side mounted on me, I'll be safe. Now, does that mean I can't lose? No, I can still lose, yes. I have lost many times, and Andre Galvao himself, if we sparred again multiple times, I'm sure he would surprise me and catch me. And I might surprise and catch him, right? That's just the nature of black belts. Guys who've been training for so long, that kind of stuff happens. So I'm not unbeatable, that's for sure.
You said that you were glad that you had the chance to feel somebody like him. His pressure was amazing. Did he surprise you a little bit with the pressure, with the power that he had?
Well, I was not surprised. I already assumed that his base was going to be that good. He has great base and great weight distribution. He did not attack too much, but I think that's just him being smart and playing the position, which he's the best at that. So I'm not, I guess I was impressed, but I felt, so other black belts who have similar pressure, but he's for sure, like the guy's top of the line, like best in the world. So overall, it was a good experience, but mainly just to feel, hopefully we'll roll one day again, and it will be like just at home in the academy, and I'll feel all his attacks. Because he is somebody who can bring me to the next level, right? That's how good he is. There are people who I can train with and I don't really grow too much, but with him, there's always something to learn with someone who's that level, and there are many guys at that level. Like the whole Metamoris card, and all the guys who are winning the tournaments every day, right? The same guys who are always fighting each other. All these guys are up there fighting each other for a reason. It's because they're all the best, and any one of them you get to roll with is extreme honor for myself.
Now, on your escapes were the timing was perfect.
Yeah.
And it looked almost like it was very easy. How come you got to that level where you got the timing perfect for the right opportunity to do the...
My escapes are very good because of my grandfather, Helio Gracie, for sure. Because he taught us so much how to survive and be patient and wait and wait and wait and be very calm and very relaxed. And when you're that calm, that relaxed, and that patient, it allows you to turn it on, to explode. If you come in tense and very impatient, you can't really explode when you're already tense. But if you're sleeping and then boom, you go, it's kind of, most people will be surprised by that. So it's almost like I make the opponent feel as if I don't want to go anywhere. But that's the truth. I don't want to go anywhere. But if there's a very nice opportunity, then I'll take it. So I try not to shoot and miss. I would say that I shoot and miss the most with Henner, right? You know why? Because Henner's offense is the worst. I mean the best. The worst for me. It's the most ridiculous. I would say more than any 5 guys I've ever trained with combined. And why is that? Why is his the worst? Why is it the most intense?
For you, maybe because he knows your game.
Well, he knows how I escape and how I defend, right? So he can stop my escapes a little bit and get past my defense. Most people are a little bit unfamiliar with our escapes, my escapes, and how I defend the techniques. So he has more time, so he understands me more. So it's so much more work for me against Henner. So I tend to avoid him. That's why I'm over here in the corner. He's way over there.
I was going to ask you about that fight. It looks like there was a point 5 minutes before the fight ended that you decide he's not going to pass my guard anymore.
Correct. 5 minutes before, I kind of went forward and stopped letting him pass the guard and putting pressure. And he himself, I could feel he was tired and a little bit backing up. And the only reason that was possible, I was able to go forward a little bit more, is because in the beginning, I let him pass my guard. I let him take me down. So I kind of saved myself until the end. It still wasn't enough. He's obviously too prepared for me to like overcome him. So, but it was still fun to have a little bit of a change in the pace of the match.
What was the comments that you received from people after the fight? What did they tell you?
Most people who I know were very impressed. They don't really care about how I behaved. All they care about was that it went to 20 minutes. I survived. Most people thought I was going to lose, right? It kind of makes sense. You look at his record and my record, yeah, Hiron's going to lose. So most people were very happy, and they said, great job. You turned it on in the end. You put pressure. You defended well. You timed it right. So I got overall compliments.
You feel you achieved the message that you wanted to
Correct. Well, the main message was that when you enter a match, don't try to win, right? In the beginning, just survive. Jiu-Jitsu is self-defense. It's waiting for the right time. Don't try to win. And when the time is right, you turn it up. So I felt like I turned it up when I knew for sure I could have maintained the forward pressure, right? Because hopefully he got to the point where he couldn't, overcome me again. That would have been wrong. Imagine if I went big and then he overcame me again, it would have been not good for me. But by me overcoming him a little bit on the end and being able to bring more pressure, that was a good thing, and I did it at the right time. Wow, you saw that?
You know, do you like the experience? Are you willing to do it again?
I like the experience. I want to do it again. And not Metamoris II. Metamoris II has a bunch of good fighters. They're all amazing guys. And I've rolled with some, and I can't even tell you anything except for they're going to all just bring a great show. But Metamoris 3 or 4, hopefully. The thing is, I have to fight somebody who moves, you know, and goes forward a little more. Andre was more position focused. Who would I want to fight? Come on, I can't tell you. I can't tell you guys. Keep it real.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, guys.